What? What? Good evening, everybody. How is everybody tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking about what is going on in the world. Just a couple things, right? Just a few things happening out there. Good times, good times. I hope everybody is doing well. So, anyway, I like I said, I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying this awesome weather. We go from like almost 60 degrees yesterday to, well, actually, I'll tell you what it is right now. Let me have a look here. I'll tell you what we're at. I don't even know where we're at here. Let me look. Give me a moment. It's loading, but we'll look at that in a second. Oh, it's saying that's not right. It's generally gone down all day long. So it's 20 degrees out right now, but this morning it was like 35 degrees this morning. So it's like through the entire course of the day, the temperature has gone down. And obviously snowing. So it's so bizarre. The weather is just so bizarre. Yeah, right. Don't like the weather. Wait a minute, it'll change. Exactly. Exactly. I liked it when everything's melting. So not a huge fan of now that it's snowing again, and now we got another storm coming in. All right. So before we get started with this stream, I do want to just remind everybody that this is a very family friendly channel. I would ask you all to be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. Just want to have a nice discussion, and hopefully we can do that. If you cannot abide by those easy, simple rules, those awesome people that you see with the blue wrenches, they will send you on your way because we are not going to have that. We'd like to have a nice conversation and everybody can interact. If you have any questions and you want them to stand out for me, all cap locks, so it stands out more, and I do appreciate that. All right. So what shall I know what we're going to talk about first, but I was just like, I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, you can't make it up. I mean, you really can't make it up. So as you guys probably are aware, I know people in the United States are aware. Obviously, I'm sure Canadians are aware as well. But other than that, I'm not sure how well it's been put out there in the news around the world. We started in the United States. Our own trucker convoy started today, to from California to Washington D.C. And so that just started. So what did they do in Washington D.C. do ahead of time? They're calling up 800 National Guardsmen. But here's I love this part. You know what they've called them up for? And this is just, how nice. I mean, how nice. Hey, Judy Jackson. Hello, PN1. Glad to be here. Needed to vent propane today. 4.59 a gallon. Wow. Hold on a second. 1420 was the bill. Wow. Just finished paying off the last bill. Very depressing. Thanks for all you do. Well, that's no fun. Yeah, it's getting outrageous. Hey, Nettie Prepper. Hey, Prepper Nurse One. Hardly ever get to see lives, but like your videos every day. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. Thank you both for the donation. I do appreciate that as well. Yeah, it's the price of stuff. I mean, gas is just like ridiculous when you go to fill up. Unbelievably ridiculous. So yeah, it is just crazy. So anyway, so let's get back to what I was saying. Thank you both again, and thank you both for the statements. And I understand wanting to vent about the price of things getting crazy. I mean, you go buy groceries, and literally it's like $50 a bag, and there's not a lot of stuff in a bag of groceries. So it is insane. It is insane. So Washington D.C. is calling up 800 National Guardsmen, as I was saying. And the reasoning that they say that they're calling it up is just because they're kind and they're compassionate. And I think this is important. This is a good job for National Guardsmen, right? They're saying that they called them up to help with traffic control. Traffic control, oh, really? That's why you're calling up 800 National Guardsmen to deal with traffic control. Do you, in the comments, guys, do you believe that that is the reason why they're calling up 800 National Guardsmen? I want to hear your feedback on it. Do you think that that is the reason that they're calling up 800 National Guardsmen so they can do traffic control? Hmm. I wonder what that would be. Yeah, exactly. Uh, I agree with your assessment. It's just there was an old saying I used to tell people when they used to start to BS way too much. I would say, "Hold on a second, I got to go get my hip waders on," and they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Because the SH is getting deep in here." It's just like I said, you literally cannot make this stuff up. Hello, Caesar. How are you? You know, there's Mr. Caesar. Of course, we got Mr. Max taking care of business, cleaning himself up. Miss Molly was just in. You guys just missed her. She just went out. So, and she went out, and Gelka Meister came in. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on. Hey, Freddie left you. Hey, PM1, did you hear they canceled the Emergency Act up in Canada in the last couple hours? Hopefully, American convoy remains peaceful. I did hear that. Well, there was a lot of blowback when they had voted to keep it in, and then I did hear that they unfroze the people's bank accounts. I heard they did that too. But what I also heard up in Canada, and I don't know the validity, how 100% true this is, it was a news article, so I don't know if it's true or not. But one of the leaders of the province said, if you were involved in the illegal activity in Quebec, that we're going to hunt you down and you will be arrested. Did you see that one? Did anybody see that article? So, hey, we bought one of those sheds that was under 10K a year ago. Now it's 25K. Wow. Wow. That's craziness. So, yeah, somebody is saying, yeah, they did see that too. Yeah. So they're going to go just like, there was another event recently, and I'm trying to remember. It was in January, I think, maybe the 6th of January here, where they went after and arrested a whole bunch of people. Something like that happened here too. There is so I want you to understand the reasoning, okay, behind that. They want to make it so, and this is strictly, let me just put this out there, strictly my opinion. I got to make sure I say this correctly. Um, they want to make it so reprehensible that you would even think about doing something, that you won't do it because of fear of being arrested, of fear of going to jail, and fear of going to prison. So that is what, yeah, what illegal activity? Yeah, well, exactly, exactly. So, in my humble opinion, the Emergency Act up in Canada should never have been instituted in the first place. Gas in Los Angeles is over $6 per gallon. Tony Black Moon says, "Wow, yeah." Well, we're pushing. We're still at 375 here, in New York, and it's ridiculous. And that's all being done by design as well. If they can make it so difficult for you to travel, you're not going to travel. So, oh, the new police chief said that. Yes, that's right. Independent Marine. That's right. I saw the article and I couldn't remember who had said it, but that's who it was. The interim police chief, because the other police chief resigned because he wouldn't go out there and just arrest people for, for standing there. But I want you guys to remember something, and realistically, when you talk about the American Revolution, all right, you know what the percentage of people that participated in the American Revolution? I'm in the comments. I want to hear what your guys' answers are. What was the percentage of Americans that participated in the American Revolution? We got 573 in the chat. We're at 198 thumbs up, guys. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would appreciate you doing so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. It really does help with the algorithms. And so it definitely pushes us up higher the more thumbs up and more interaction that we have. The answer is 10%. 10% of the American people, well, colonists, because they weren't Americans at that point, but 10%, less than 10% of the people participated in the revolution. Now, when you think about that, so a lot of people stood back and said, well, I'm not getting involved. I don't care. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'll keep doing what I'm told, right? But when you have enough people, and only 10% is not a whole lot, but it changed the whole perspective, realistically, of the world down the road. It really, truly did. So, yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. So, that is some wild stuff if you think about it. And when people have enough, things change. And even a small percentage can make a drastic difference. So I think that's interesting. Oh, hold on. We have a new visitor. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? She is so daddy's girl. It is ridiculous. What? Stop now. No, I'm busy now. What? I said I'm busy. She's a child. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to yell real quick. Heather! Would you take these lunatics out, please? What? I know. Heather's going to take you out. Heather's going to take you out.
You know, there's other ways of getting inside. Screaming my name across the house.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well,
am I going to take her out?
I think she would like to go out. Would you like to go outside?
I'll go outside.
I'll go outside? Go on.
She wants you to take her out.
I know she does. She's a bit. She is so fun. She is so naughty too, though. She is so naughty as well. But anyway, sorry about that. When you have a big child, you have to address your big child. So anyway, so the convoy has started here, obviously, and so it is. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It really, really will be. I want to caution people, please be careful. There's already been things that have happened, obviously, in our not too distant past, where it's a possibility that things there were setups or not setups. I can't say because I don't want to be spreading false information. But you can get jammed up very, very quickly. And that's the point that is true. You can very much get jammed up quickly. So you need to be extremely, extremely careful, with everything that is going on with this, protest. So let's keep it peaceful and hopefully we'll have no issues. Mountain Kayaker, I was at the Convoy rally here in California. I haven't seen seen so much passion and spirit since I was a kid watching the anti-Vietnam War. Wow, that's cool. Glad you were there. I think it's a good thing, because it lets them know. Thank you so much, first of all, for the statement. Thank you for letting us know that you were there, and thank you for the donation. I think it lets people realize that, we can be heard, we can have a voice, and we can talk about our displeasure with what is going on, and those things. So I think it's a good thing. We just have to be really, really careful, because again, if you look at how it was portrayed by the media and by the government in Canada, right? Okay, so here, I saw, okay, another thing we're talking about. We're talking about Joe Rogan. Oh my God, Joe Rogan is a workout guy, right? Joe Rogan is into working out. He's into physical fitness. Always has been. Talks about that all the time. Has talked about the obesity problem that we have in the United States of America. And so there was an article that I read today, and they're talking about the difficulty of getting rid of Joe Rogan because, he's not left, he's not right, he's somewhat centrist, he's an independent, all these things. And they were saying, homophobic. They were trying to call him a white supremacist, all this type of stuff. But one of the fat phobia, I love that. Fat phobic is what it was, the term. There's no fat phobic. If you're heavy and you're overweight, you're heavy and you're overweight, period. All right. Right now, I'm fat. Right now, I'm fat. I'm not going to lie. It's wintertime. Very inactive in the winter. I hate the winter because it makes me that much more inactive. And I like to eat. There's the problem. I like to eat. But when I'm active, the weight stays off and I lose the weight and it's no big deal. I can eat pretty much whatever I want. But, this time of year, I just unfortunately, it's not the case when you're having way too much downtime, uh, you know. So I like being more active and I cannot wait to be more active. And I'm going to be obviously very, very soon. And you will see the fat come off of me. But when like Joe Rogan talks about those issues, he's doing it because he wants to help people. He's not doing it because he wants to shame people, you know. And it's amazing that somebody would be offended because of that. Well, if you don't like it, do something about it. I'm not fluffy. I'm fat. I'm fat. So, and I'm okay with saying that. So, yeah, like I said, I like my food. And I love Italian food. I absolutely love Italian food. Absolutely love Mexican food on top of that. So, if I was like a big drinker, I could say, well, I could blame my belly on, yeah, drink too many beers and blah, blah, blah. But when you drink, maybe 4 beers in a month, it isn't the beer. It's the cookies and the candy and the ho-hos and. Oh my God. Too funny. Did you go already? Did you go? Yes. She's so funny. Ah. Oh, I'm not worried about anyone's opinion about. I could care less. Um, I don't care what anybody thinks. I can remember there was and I'll tell you what this was. I thought was funny. A lot of new people on the channel. Okay, there's been a huge increase of new people on the channel, which is great. And some of you guys are probably in the chat haven't seen obviously summer videos yet. Well, in the summertime, I have a bandana on, a pair of jeans, my boots, and no shirt because I'm hot, I'm sweaty. And I've had people like, of course, you always get put a shirt on, put a shirt on. I'm not putting a shirt on. I'm comfortable. If you're uncomfortable because the fat guy's out there with no shirt on, that's your problem. That ain't my problem. But, I had somebody say, do you think you look good with a shirt off? I said, no, I don't care. You reach a certain age, folks, honestly, you reach a certain age and you just don't care anymore. And I find amusement out of it. I really do. I don't care if anybody can say whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. So no, it doesn't bother me if somebody calls me fat. I could care less. So, but anyway, so picture it never happened. That's right. Go back and watch old videos. You'll see. I'm fat, but it's my own fault. I like to eat. I need to lose 40 pounds. Yeah, 40. I tell you what, if I lost 40 pounds, I'll look really good again. But I will tell you this, guys. I know that like this year, with what I got going on in West Virginia, it is going to be. You are very strong to be able to take people's criticism. Well, you know what? Thank you, Terrence. In this business of YouTube, realistically, I will be 100% honest with you guys. When I first got started, and there would be the criticism, I used to be like, why? I couldn't understand why. But then you have to come to a realization that some people are just a-holes. They just are. And they're trying to hurt your feelings or trying to be mean or whatever the case may be. So you develop a thick skin. You have to. You absolutely have to. So I'm at a point now, I've been doing this long enough that I could care less. I really could care less. When I see those type of comments, I just delete them. I just delete them because I'm not leaving them up there. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why I don't leave those type of comments up there, because I have so many awesome people that follow this channel that will go in and they'll hammer on these people. I mean, they'll hammer on them, but that's what they're looking for. See, those type of people, they want to have that negativity conversation type of thing. And to me, I just I don't want to have you guys have to feel like you need to defend me. And I do appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't appreciate it. I do. But it's just like they're not worth the waste of your time or your energy. They're not worth the waste of my time or energy. Couple things you got to remember, and it doesn't get any more real than this. Those type of people will never ever ever say to your face, ever. They never will. You know what I mean? And so their opinion doesn't matter anyway. It really doesn't. And I always, one of my favorite things is when somebody will say, oh, well, you did this wrong or you did that wrong, whatever project that I'm doing. One of my favorite responses to that is, well, I look forward to seeing your video on how to do it the right way. Well, that shuts them up, because guess what? They're not doing anything. They're not ever taking a chance and trying to do something or anything like that. They're just not. So it's just, you just have to consider, remember the old saying, guys, consider the source. You consider the source. And again, these are folks that'll never say nothing to your face. So I don't sweat that type of stuff. So anyway, we'll get off of that topic. But yeah, it's just wait and see what happens when I get down to West Virginia and get rocking there. So I was actually so here's my mind is always going and stuff like that. So the real estate guy was here today. I'll just tell you this real quick because I've been thinking about this. And he was like, he had to take some pictures because we're planning on listing the property March 1st. And he was like, man, I just wish that it was, a little bit later. It would be more green and it would look better. Hey, Candace, tell them to go look up old Calvin Klein ads. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that too. But so I've been thinking about it, and I don't know if the place is going to sell right away or not sell right away. And if it did, it really puts me behind. Let's say I list it March 1st, place sells like that. Let's say it did. I don't know if it would or not, but let's say it did. Now I'm like in a scramble to try to get some things done, to get ready to move and all that type of stuff. So what I'm thinking about, and I got my real estate guy don't even know this yet because I was hashing it over with Heather. I think I may wait until I'll get everything set up, and I'll sign the paperwork and everything. But I think I may wait till April 1st to put the property on the market, because then it'll get a chance for all the snow to be gone and everything else to be gone and start looking green and all the budding of the spring, and it'll look better. The look is a big important thing. It really is. So I may do that because that gives me all of March to really get down to West Virginia, get working on some projects down there, get things going, so that when I come back, and let's say I list it March or April 1st, and then say if it sells right away, then I still have 4 to 6 weeks to get the rest of the move done. So I think I may do that, especially for the photos for the web. You're right, Nikki Rhodes, exactly. So if we wait another month and wait till curb appeal, exactly. So I think we may do that. I think I'm going to talk to him about that. I think that may be the way that we're going to do that, because it gives me more time that I don't have to rush and be like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, and I'm still, you know what, I'm shocked because, so let's get back into the world of what's going on in the world right now. I am completely shocked. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting because if you listen to our news media, right? Are you looking forward to 6 to 12 inches of snow this weekend? No, I am not. I am not at all. That's supposed to happen on Friday. So yeah, not looking forward to that at all. Um, yeah, the handrail. I got to fix. Yes, I got to fix that before we put this on the market as well. Yeah, that's another thing that's got to get done. Um, so anyway, going back to, I'm shocked. I can't believe it because if you listen to the U.S. news media, right? What should have already happened? They have credible intel. Russia's attacking, right? Russia's it's any minute it's going to happen. Could be today. Still hasn't happened, right? It is almost as if they are just chopping at the bit, and I'm talking about the powers that be in the United States. They're chopping at the bit to get us into a war, and it's just like, man, it's crazy. Here's something I want you guys to think about, and this is something that I was thinking about. Um, Ed, what are Margie's plans? You mentioned her lease in his apartment is up in April. She's going to renew her lease for another year, and then we'll see where we're at down in West Virginia by next spring. She's talking. She may come down there then, or she may, have that as, her bug out location as well. Obviously, because all her stuff is going to be down there, and then that way, even like this summer, she can come down, hang out, be in her camper, and just kind of chill out and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of where she's at with that one. But so here's something that I was thinking about. Now we all know that China and Russia have gotten friendlier, right? And they've been talking. Wouldn't it be interesting? And I like to speculate sometimes, just because I find it fascinating. Because boy, it would put us in a squeeze. Is the predominant superpower of the world, right? What if Russia and China got together, had these talks, and said, okay, we're going to do this and you do this, and we'll do it coordinated and we'll do it at the same time? It is, in my opinion, a foregone conclusion that at some point in the future, the near future, that China will move on Taiwan. I don't not see that happening. I really think that that's going to happen. And but if they did that, and at the same time Russia continued on with what they're, even more so in Ukraine, what's the world response going to be then? That would be interesting. And if you have two, there's realistically, um, you know, no disrespect to the UK, but they're not the superpower that they once were. Okay, they're really just not. There's us, the United States. There's China, and there's Russia. And if Russia and China are working together, and China's going, well, I want South China Sea and all this area down here. We're gonna work on that. And Russia says, okay, well, you work there, and we'll go this way, so we have a warm water port. Um, you know, it's interesting. Would not shock me. Would not shock me. Now, I've been saying that, Russia is not going to attack Ukraine. I've been saying that. What they did, and I've had some people say, I can't believe that you would say that that was a brilliant move, but it was a brilliant move. It was a brilliant move with what Russia did. Um, you know, Declaring the independence of those two regions and then moving troops in there as peacekeepers. Brilliant. I'm sorry. Again, Putin is ex-KGB. He's a brilliantly smart man, guys. He really, really is. I wish we had a leader like that. I really do. So you may not like him. You may listen to the propaganda on the news and oh my God, you know, oh my God, Russia is so horrible, and they're this and they're that. What do you think the propaganda? And this is same type of situation. What do you think the propaganda in those countries, in China and in Russia, are about the horrible United States? The horrible United States. What do you think that the propaganda is? Do you think they're saying, "Oh, it's wonderful, we love America"? No, no. So we do the same. It's all games. Popular opinion, trying to sway popular opinion. If we can make these people look like the bad guys, right? If we can make them look like the bad guys, it's a game. It's a huge game. I've said this before, and I know this pisses some people off, but I've always, when I got a little bit older, and I don't even remember how old I was at the time, but I realized that this whole existence is a big game. It's a big game, and it's how you play the game. I have always been one to fight the system my whole life. Bash my head against a wall to fight the system because I just, I was going to go against the grain. Just always just my personality type. I'm not one to go along to get along. It's just not me. Um, I like doing my own thing, minding my own business, of course. But when you realize that it's a game, work wherever you're working, anybody watching this channel right now, there's games at work, and you can't tell me that there's not. And there's layers. You got your brown nosers that are kissing the bosses behind, and if the boss stopped fast, their head would go straight up their behind. I mean, you got those people. Can't stand those type of people. I have never been a brown noser, never gonna be a brown noser. I did my job. Leave me alone. But there is favoritism, and there's politics, and all those type of things. Well, I was never a politic guy. I don't play politics. I never have, and I never will. I didn't. One of the things is, and I will tell you in nursing that happens a lot. There's a write-up game. They love to. We're gonna write you up, right? You did this, and we're gonna write you up. And it's just I don't play that game either. I just don't play that game. It's just not who I am. I won't write people up right off the bat. I would rather sit down, with my CNAs and say, "Hey, look at this is an issue. We got to square this away." Hey, Hawkeyes M. Shout out to the truckers, two convoys, Freedom Convoy, set on the first People's Convoy. Just left California, will arrive on the 5th. Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see. Really, really interested to see how this plays out. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that as well. So, anyway, real quickly, guys, I do want to mention my website, preparedness1.com. And I know I mentioned it in my videos, but we do have a sale going on right now with the Legacy freeze-dried foods. Freeze-dried food is an absolutely great thing to have in your long-term food storage. Right now, Legacy is in really good shape with their supplies. I would encourage you to take advantage of that. If you go to my website, preparedness1.com, you click on store, it'll drop down. You'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. I am doing a 20% off sale right now, and I think that's going to run through the first week of March. Okay, just to give you an idea how long it's going to run. With that, the discount code is 100,000 subscribers, and that's the numerical 100,000 and then subscribers. That's the discount code. You have to put that in when you're checking out to get that 20% off. All right. 25-year shelf life, GMO free. It's made in the United States. It is also vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. Also, with that, there is also gluten options for people that need that. It is also the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies. So I would encourage you to take advantage of that sale. Save yourself a little bit of money and get some stocked up stuff. I think it's important, and I will show you how much I think it's important. That's how much I think it's important. Okay. I would never recommend anything that I would not use myself. So I'm just putting that out there. The second thing on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. Again, if you go to my website, preparedness1.com, you will see their logo. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you are on their website, If you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, make sure you use the discount code over there of Prepper Nurse One, and that's the number one, not O-N-E. You'll save 15% on their website. All right. Last thing, we have the Prepper Nurse One community on my website. It is free to join. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. So it's a good thing to have to connect with like-minded people. We set it up for you guys for that reason. So go in there, check it out, check out the message boards, look for people in your state or your country, and definitely take advantage of that. All right. So just putting that out there ahead of time. All right. So that's the business end taken care of. When people will say, "Oh, well, you're always advertising this, you're always advertising that." Well, you know what? If I don't tell you, you don't know. So when I do a sale, which the last sale I did was November of last year. So, it's not like it's all the time, and it's not going to ever be all the time. So when I do it, I talk about it. If you don't like it, then don't watch. Simple. See how it works? Uh, yes, war with Russia would be a stupid move. I agree with you, Sonia. I just, it's in, it's almost as, like I said, it's like the United States wants it and not the people. See, the everyday person in Russia, they don't want war. The everyday person in America, we don't want war. It's these lunatics that we have in charge of our countries that want to keep that power. They want to keep that control. And so they will, yeah, Heather will be in later with Stella, John. She'll come in later with Stella. So they want to keep that power. So they want to keep, and again, you got to understand, we got to understand what the bottom line really is. A couple things involved with it. Always money, 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 right? Big business. Who makes money in war? All the, uh, manufacturing weapons companies, Boeing, um, Lockheed Martin, all those type of companies, they're making bank if we're at war. If we're not at war, they're not making any money. Well, they're making some because we're always buying more stuff, but we have more, they make more money if we're at war. Also, if we can distract the American people from the disaster which is going on in our country right now by saying, look at them, they're the bad people, they're the ones that are horrible, right? We have to go after them. So if they can manufacture a reason, which has happened in the past, and we won't talk about different things that have happened, false flag events, but it would not shock me if there was some sort of a false flag event that we would blame on Russia or China. And here's the question, and I keep saying this, guys. I keep saying this. Why why so much to focus on Russia? Russia's not the one we got to worry about. This is my opinion, of course. China. China is the one we got to worry about. I don't understand. You really don't hear a whole lot other than the fact of the situation with Taiwan. But right now, all the focus is on Ukraine, right? All the focus is on Ukraine. We're moving, and I want you to think about this again. We're moving troops around over there, into Romania, into Poland, and into the areas around over there. We're getting all these troops. There's been a lot of movement of troops from the United States going over there. Where's the movement of troops in ships and those type of things in support of Taiwan? Where's that? All right, not hearing about that. You're not hearing about any buildup of that. Now, obviously, that's not something we would probably advertise. I don't think that that would be smart to advertise exactly what we're doing. So here's the other part of that I wanted to talk about. They talk about we have credible intel, right? We have incredible intel that Russia is going to move even more, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and do that. You think Russia is going to give that information out there ahead of time? And I keep saying this. We've been talking about this. Remember last Wednesday? They were attacking last Wednesday. If you guys don't remember, I do. I pay attention to these things. We were going to go, or Russia was going to attack last Wednesday. Oh, it's going to be all out war, blah, 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 blah. It's just nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. I still don't think, I think Putin is too smart. He's definitely playing a game, and it's like really kind of a game of chicken to see who's going to jump first. And you know what? That's not a game you want to play with Putin because he's pretty smart. So here's the other thing we're going to talk about: the pipeline into Germany, right? That just got shut down. Germany just shut that down as a sanction against what Russia is doing. So they just stopped that. A lot of stuff to pay attention to. What's going on? What's happening? Why are these things changing? Maybe, right? China and Russia working together. Just something to think about. And so maybe they come to an agreement and China says, well, hey, we'll take your oil, Russia. Ship it over here. We'll keep our oil cheap. We need oil, right? Always things to think about, guys. There's always in a chess match, you have to think 4 to 5, sometimes 6 moves ahead. What are you going to do? How are you going to do? If they do this, how am I reacting? What am I going to do here? What am I going to do there? These are things that we got to pay attention to, and that's what we should be paying attention to right now. Those are the things we need to be paying attention to. This is a chess game. And when you have Biden playing checkers, you're not winning that game. You're not winning that game. So it's an interesting situation right now. It's an interesting dynamics. When I saw that China and Russia were getting together and having talks about different stuff, and you really didn't hear a whole lot about what they were talking about, right? Interesting. When you had, and I want you to remember something, guys. Let's go back to World War II real quick, right? Let's go back to World War II real quick. Beginning of World War II, Russia and Germany signed a pact that they were not going to attack each other. And Russia never broke that pact until Germany did. Here we go.
No, I actually have a cat this time. Past couple times I've not been bringing my baby, but here she is. Oh, she stayed good for the walk over. Now untangle from me. Okay. There you go.
She is full of piss and vinegar, this one.
She's a no baby though.
Well, she is. She's full of energy, high strung. She is always going, just zooming around. I guess we got used to older cats.
We're not used to a young one going crazy all the time.
So, but yeah, she is definitely full of. So, hello, Heather.
Hello, I'm here to say hello.
So, what have you been up to with your jewelry making? Want to share with everybody?
I've been crocheting,
Oh,
but we did just go to the store the other day and I got some more beads, and like I have a prototype of one. I'm thinking about selling. I'll let you model.
all right.
Sure.
Well, I'll model it. No.
But it's inspired by like the solar system. So there's the planets starting from Mercury, then down to Uranus and Neptune. So Pluto was not included.
There,
it's Earth and the Moon.
Earth and the Moon, and that right there.
And it's all different gemstones. And I was thinking about selling them like that. So we'll see if people like that. Give a thumbs up.
So there you go. And Pluto's not on there because that's not a planet anymore.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so no Pluto. Even though we grew up as Pluto being a planet, it has been unplanetized.
Unplanetized.
That's right.
It's a dwarf planet. It's just not a part of our official solar system.
That's right. So, oh, somebody likes your necklace.
Oh, this one? Thank you. It's the sun. You can see I got a thing with planets. I then got the sun and moon on my shirt as well. I'm like a celestial hippie.
See, there you go. Alex the Gamer says Pluto loves matters.
Lives matter.
Pluto lives matter. That's right. That's right.
I'll be honest, I just wasn't thinking about Pluto when I was making the bracelet. It wasn't anything personal else, and I was like, oh, well, I guess Pluto's not included.
There you go. So, and where can they get your awesome jewelry? Why don't you go? We're going to give Heather a minute to plug her jewelry.
Well, Queen Tammy just put up the link.
Yes, Queen Tammy put up the link.
I've been making more stuff. I hope to get a good drop here soon of a bunch of different items so people can have options to pick from.
See, Queen Tammy says Pluto is still a planet to me. Me too. Hey, Mountain Girl, there she is. Loving the kitty, stopping to say hi and support the channel. Thank you, my dear. Long time. Give me a call, Mountain Girl. We got to talk. So give me a holler. Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. But yeah, if you still have my number, let me know if you still have it. I still have yours, obviously. give me a holler. I'd love to. We gotta catch up because Heather and I definitely need to make a trip to Maine this year. We definitely got to come up to Maine. I would definitely want to see your place up in the mountains. So
I started a really big Pluto debate in the chat on accident.
uh,
Everyone's like, Pluto's a planet.
hey, it was a planet when I was growing up, and I'm always in there. I'm
It
still.
was not personal, I promise.
So
I'll add Pluto in the next one. This was just a prototype.
that's right. There you go, prototype. Yeah. So
Oh, I look so cute. Thank you.
I will PM1 still have it. Cool. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a buzz. We'll chat. But no, we've had it's weird leading up to getting to 100,000. Probably the last 5,000 to 100,000, it went really fast, and it's growing really fast since we hit 100,000. So
I've seen stuff where people will be like, "Oh, all the other planets have been proven to be round," and it's like, and this one hasn't. The one that we're on.
right, exactly right. Yeah, the one we live on. I keep wanting to go to the edge and look off. I think that'd be amazing. I don't know where these people get that in their mind. There was a video that I saw, and it showed a lake, and it looked like a flat lake. It looked like a flat lake, right? Because it looks flat if you're looking over it. And what they did is they took a boat out and at certain levels to prove that there was a curvature. Well, by the time they got to the other side of this lake, they had to use a helicopter to get up in the air to show the difference because there's a curvature. It's amazing to me. It really is.
Someone said when I'm 40, I'm gonna look 20. The other day we're
I
going
like
through.
JJ. At Earth is flat in a roundabout way. I like
Yes.
that. Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So the other day we're going through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through because that is my weakness is Dunkin'. And the girl behind the counter looks really young. So he's like, "Oh, how old are you? You look like you're 12, you know?" And she's like, "Oh, whatever, I'm 17." And then he goes, "How old do you think I am?" And she's looking at me. She goes, 14. And for those who don't know, I am 20.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I was kind of like, "Oh, yikes." And she probably went up because she knew that I always get coded for being younger too.
Right. All right. So the real deal just asked Ed, do you use seeds to start your garden? Last year we used seeds to start our garden. It was the first year that we actually grew from seed. I actually have an exciting thing coming up about seeds very shortly that I will be sharing with you guys in an upcoming video. And so we'll be talking about that actually very soon. Again, as you guys know, I only work with companies that I believe in. And I have a new company that I'm going to be working with involving seeds.
People are like, it's egg count time.
Oh, it is. Oh, we're past that. God, you guys are brutal. We're talking.
We'll
like,
do egg count.
Egg count. It's past 45. It's past 45.
Right, well, I'll leave for that because that came in and started a big debate about Pluto and all
That's
that.
right. Yeah, you stirring the pot, getting things people all upset.
Yep.
Thank you for showing up, honey. All right, so let's do the egg count. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, too, I'm going to ask you guys to do that as well. I do appreciate that. It really does make a difference with the algorithms. So I thank you for that reason as well. So yes, I know you guys are getting your guesses up there. That's cool. So if you have the same exact guess as Darcy with 7 eggs, we did 7 eggs today. It was freaking freezing today, and they still were laying. So, Thickneck did not lay today, but she did lay yesterday. Yesterday we had 6 eggs, and Thickneck was a playa yesterday. She finally laid yesterday. But she definitely did not lay today. So, but 7 eggs today. So not too bad. I'll take that. Especially like I said, this time of year with the weather being as volatile as it is, I put more bedding down for them too yesterday as well. So yeah, I tried to stay up on that with them. So yeah, she may not have laid, but she's thinking about it. Yeah, I love Thickneck. The chickens are so fun. They're amazingly fun. So, but they just do their thing. And, like I said, they're just used to me now. It's like, I'm the one that comes in there and feeds them and make sure they have their water and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I have not, I was surprised, but you can buy those 100K sub plaques on eBay. Really? That I did not know. Well, I want YouTube to send me my plaque. I'm not buying a plaque. I want YouTube to send me my plaque. I gotta have to email them because I did mention, I think, in another video, Mapleberry Farms, they hit 100,000 after I did, and they already got their plaque. I'm like, what? So yeah, I want my plaque. I haven't contacted them yet. No, I haven't. I will. So, but yeah, YouTube buys their plaques on eBay. That's funny. Uh but anyway, with all the different stuff going on, guys, again, I think a lot of it is distractions. To be honest with you, to take us off the focus of early in the chat, the one lady said it was what for propane. It was 429 or something to that effect. I don't remember exactly what the price was, but she just had paid like $1,400 to get her propane tank filled. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, and that is being done, in my opinion, completely on purpose. You know, to try to usher in their whole green crap. Okay, we do not have that capability in the United States to go as green as they want us to go. It's not realistic. It's just not realistic. Now, I'm all for green. I think that if we usher it in slowly over time, I think that that's a really good thing, and I think that can be a very positive thing. But if to think that Ed, so you're off grid even though YouTube can't find you. Yeah, you're so off grid even YouTube can't find you. That's funny. That's funny. Uh, my trolls can find me though. They know where I'm at. That's all YouTube. YouTube's got to just contact them. They'll be able to figure out where I'm at. They'll tell them. Uh, the reality is we don't have enough wind, solar, in within hydro. Hydro is a great one too, though. Hydro is something that never stops. Hydro never stops. So I really, if you can do hydro wherever you are, do hydro. That's an awesome way to create power. When you are dealing with wind and when you are dealing with solar, you are dependent on what the weather's doing. If the wind's blowing, great, you're probably cranking in halfway decent power. But when the wind's not, um, yeah, it's on an A train in California. That's funny. Oh my God, that's too funny. Um, but when the wind's not blowing, you're not making any power. On a rainy, overcast day, you're not getting any. Well, you're still getting some sun, but you're not getting enough to, you know, refill your battery banks. So we're not at that point where we can produce enough to make it worthwhile. That's why deserts are so important to utilize that space. It's space where people are not going to be anyway, but because your tree huggers don't want us to interfere with whatever, the scorpion in the desert, then they don't want us to have those in there, so they're fighting that type of thing. It's ridiculous. The deserts are sun's out all the time. There's no clouds in the desert. Realistically, it's a perfect environment for solar. We have enough deserts here in the United States. You get up into Death Valley. I've been in Death Valley. I was down there a couple of years ago, and it's hot, and it is a great area that wide open, flat, perfect area. They could put in solar farms all over the freaking place down there. Um, you know, Arizona. You look at Arizona. You look at Nevada. You know, it's just the possibilities are there. There's plenty of space where we could do it where it's not in anybody's way, and we could really do. You know, we could do it, but they don't and they won't, and that's just what happens. So the sand is brutal on solar panels. I can imagine that it would be, but they have ways to make sure that those are not going to be as bad. So, but weather's on solar panels, it wears them down anyway. But Well, anyway, it's just the options are there. It can't happen overnight. It's never going to happen as fast as they want it to happen. So, and both Russian and Ukraine presidents are Vladimir. Yeah, right. Yep, very funny. And I love how the Ukraine president was telling the United States, stop saying that they're going to invade anytime. Because they kept saying that. Oh, we have credible intel. Credible intel. It's going to happen anytime now. Well, that's been going on for a week. So where's your credible intel? Until they manipulate it and make it happen, right? Then it'll be credible. So they do solar farms in Nevada, and it fries the birds flying over them. Oh, I hadn't heard that one before. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I had not heard that before. Wind turbines take 60 gallons of oil to run. The problem that I have, Mary Mills just said that. The problem that I have with the wind turbine, because the people have talked to me a lot and they said, why don't you have a wind turbine and blah, 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 right? Too many moving parts. That's my problem with wind turbines. Uh, and if it breaks down, now you're climbing a 100-foot tower trying to get things squared away. And it's just, that's not a fun time. And, you know, to me, it's just, it's not worth it. I would rather have the solar, put the solar in, add more solar, and put more solar in. If I, like I said, if I have a down in West Virginia, I know I got the creeks down there. I don't know how long they're going to run each year, so I definitely, it's something that I have to check into. But I think I want to try to set up, a hydro system down there as well. I got to play it around. I may try to do it out of the springs. I'm not sure, so we're gonna just have to see. So, but just bought 17K worth of solar system with battery storage for my house. Very cool, low and slow. And what you just said, the second part told me that you're doing it off grid with a battery system backup. That's very, very smart. I would encourage anybody, if you're going to go solar, don't do it through one of these companies that's tying you into the solar grid. If you, oh, I don't know if you guys just saw this one. So Florida, right? You have all these folks down there, got their solar systems, they're grid tied, awesome, wonderful, 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 until they just changed legislation that you have to have at least getting billed $30 a month. So if you haven't used that much power because you now have enough, you're creating enough power that the company has to buy it back, they're going to hit you for a $30 charge no matter what. How sick is that? How sick is that? So it's insanity to me. Like I said, I like having an independent solar system like I have here. I will have the same thing in West Virginia. It will never be grid tied. It won't be hooked up to the system. And if that means that, if I'm dumping power, then I'm dumping power. I don't care. They're not getting it. They're not getting their greedy hands on any part of it where they're going to charge me anything. So here's an example. I want to give you guys an example so you really truly understand. If you are grid tied, you are still getting charged every month for a line charge, and like a service fee type of thing. That line that runs from your house to the panel, they're going to charge you for that every month. And then you get taxes. So they're hitting you up for those every single month. Yes, I'm doing water catchments as well down there. Yes, I absolutely plan on every building that I put up in West Virginia will have a rain catchment system with it. And that water will be utilized, for washing dishes, showers, and all those type of things. And it can be filtered and drinking as well. So, yeah, that is exactly what I plan on doing down there. But anyway, so what happens is you're never free. You are not independent if you have a grid tied solar system. When the power goes down, your system goes down as well because they don't want backfeeding into the lines when the the linemen need to get up there, which is understandable from that point. But I would be, if it was me and if I was grid tied, let's just say, which I'll never be grid tied. I will tell you that right now. It'll never be grid tied. What I would do is I would have the way that I would set it up is I would have a diversion switch, so that if the grid was, or the power grid was down, I would flip that switch over, and then that power would be fed into a battery bank. That's the way that I would do it. So, you know, so we'll see. We'll see. So they call this the Go Solar on the Grid a stimulus program. Well, there is incentives. There's definitely incentives to do that. But at the end of the day, the power company still owns you, and they don't own me. That's the difference. And that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Man, it's the top of the hour already. Okay, we have to do shout outs for other channels. And no, I have still not put a list together. I will at some point, so that I can just read off my list of people that I want to recommend. But I will do my best to try to remember everybody that I like. So we'll try that. All right. I know I'm terrible. It's not like I got a few other things going on, but so anyway, so first of all, we're going to talk about Icky Can up in Canada. Love Icky Can. Really good guy. Very, very down to earth. I definitely recommend you subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. You have Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance. North Shore Preparedness up in Canada as well. You also have Canadian Prepper up in Canada. Those are just a few up there. You have Alaskan Granny. You also have Alaskan Prepper. I highly recommend you watch Alaskan Prepper. Very, very down to earth gentleman. Love his channel. Very, very good dude. You have Angry Prepper in New York City. Love Jason as well. Awesome dude. And I definitely recommend you watch his channel as well. Different perspectives, different parts of the country. Even like with New York, it's a different part of the state. He's down in the city. I'm out in the country. So it's a definite difference. You have Ryan Hall Y'all with the weather. He is amazing. Love his channel. Really, really cool stuff showing everything over there. You have Marfugal News out on the West Coast in Seattle with Adam and Dax. Another great channel. A lot of good information. Definitely show them support as well. You also have Magic Prepper, who is in North Dakota. Another really good channel. You have Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota. Love him. Good channel. Very down to earth young man. Him and his girlfriend doing their thing there. Another young couple down in Panama with the Nomadic Movement. Really good channel down there as well. They're doing their thing down there with some people down in Panama. So it's really, really interesting to watch what they're doing. The Green Dream Project in Arizona is another couple working on stuff like that. Doug and Stacy, amazing channel. They got a lot of great information. So definitely watch them as well. They have a lot of really good information. And so that's a really, really cool thing. The Needy Homesteader is another fantastic channel. A lot of good information there as well. You have Green Greg's. You also have Southern Prepper 1 is another good channel. You also have Pinball Preparedness. Really good guy, very down to earth. Small man, only 6'8", very tiny. Huge dude. He's just amazingly huge. Really down to earth, though. Just salt of the earth. Ice Age Farmer. You have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. You have Adapt 2030. Corporal's Corner. There is Bjorn Hansen is another really good channel. You have Deep South Homestead is another great channel. There's a lot of great information with them as well. So there's a tremendous amount of channels out there, guys. There's a lot of different information. Yes, Pinball is someone we can look up to. That is for sure. Bushcraft Bear over in the Canary Islands in La Palma. Really, really cool dude too. Very down to earth. I like him. He's a very nice guy. You can tell. And so I think that's, there's a lot of good information from a lot of different channels out there. I think we should be supporting each other, and I think that's important that we do so. So, all right. I guess that will be it on the different channels. So that's it for today on Shoutouts. Okay, but there's a lot of good information out there, and I think that we should diversify ourselves, watching different. Oh, I didn't. Yes, I didn't do Bizarre. Sorry, completely forgot about doing him. With the Carrington Chronicles, really, and Gray Man Prepping. God, I could just see. I really do need to make a list. I really, really do. Yeah, Gray Man Prepping is another really good channel. A lot of good information over there. So, like I said, we just should all be supporting each other the best that we can. And I think it's a good thing to do that. And like I said, it's good to listen to different opinions because one person is not always right. I'm close. I'm close. No, I'm only kidding, guys. I just, I look at things differently than somebody else in a different part of the country will look at things. And that doesn't make it right or make it wrong. It's just different. And so, like I said, if we can support each other, I just think it's a good thing to do. We're a small niche community. Realistically, if you look at, I mean, who's bigger than us? YouTubers and off gridders. You know who's bigger than us? People selling kids toys. They got little kids, 8 million subscribers. They preview toys. That's all they do, and and they're making a ton of money. It's crazy. So when I look at things realistically, we are a very small niche of people. The people that are awake, number one, we're a small niche, and so that's why I think we should all support each other. And like I said, again, there's so many different perspectives out there. Survival Lily is another one. I didn't even mention her. Bush Radical, Girl in the Woods. So there we see. Again, I really do need to sit down and write these out. I really do. I'll get there at some point. I will. I promise. Among the myriad of other things that's going on, it's crazy. I actually just got 3 things in the mail, guys. Okay, that I got to do reviews on. I got a power station that came in the mail. I also got a solar panel kit that's a 100-watt solar panel that you can put out anywhere, and be able to charge different things up. I can't wait to show you guys that one. Also, I just got military grade walkie talkies. So those are all I'm going to be. And I have a bunch of other stuff that I got before that I still haven't done reviews on, and I got to get on that too. I really do. I just haven't gotten to it. There's just been a lot of other things going on. So, but that's okay. I'll get on them. I promise. I'll be doing some reviews. What I may do is I may do a video and just review a bunch of different products in a video. I don't want to hammer you guys with this review video, that review video. Here's another review video. I don't want to do that. But I definitely, these companies sent me stuff to review. I definitely want to check them out. And if they can get a discount for you guys, I definitely want to be able to, have you be able to take advantage of that if it's something that you want to do. But like I said, I think having that, the one I'm excited to really work with is the portable solar panel, and the walkie-talkies are probably the 2 that I'm really looking forward to checking out. So, that'll be the portable solar panel. I like that because it's like, if you were out anywhere and you got that in your car, and I will show the jackhammer. Yeah, I haven't done that. I haven't even taken the jackhammer out of the box. I took the jackhammer in the box. I set it in the woodshed, and that's where it's sitting right now. I'm going to use that for West Virginia. So I figure, well, it happens. It happens. I'm easily distracted, and but I definitely will. I'm going to get these things done. I promise. So you guys will see all of those things. Hey, Mr. Max. Here, guys, I'll show you. What are you doing? Huh? Good boy. Yeah. You're the only one in here right now. Luce was in here earlier, but he jammed out. Puppies are all here. I got one right here. I got Miss Pandora is here. I know Hella is at the end. And I think Caesar may be out in the other room. So, but anyway, guys, what are we at here? We're at 540 in the chat. We're 555 on the thumbs up. I'm not going to set a number tonight. It doesn't really matter. I really haven't been big time in, hit the thumbs up. But again, if you have not hit a thumbs up, I would appreciate you doing so. And I appreciate that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms, and it puts us higher up in the rankings. So I appreciate that too. I got to tell you guys this. I want to mention this really quickly. So I know I mentioned the other day the video that I did like a year and a half ago on the 10 things with Venezuela, right? Well, for whatever reason, YouTube has decided to push that video out. And I'm getting just a tremendous amount of views. I'm up to, on that video that I did a year and a half ago, uh, I am up to almost 250,000 views on that video. Haven't seen your new tat. Did I miss it? I did do it. I actually got it. Jim, I did it on a live stream. So while I was getting the tattoo, I had it done live streaming, and I did put the pictures up on my Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to go check them out over there, Prepper Nurse One on both Twitter and Instagram. So, but yeah, so I did the thing on Venezuela with their bartering in Venezuela like a year and a half ago, and for whatever reason, YouTube is really pushing that video, which I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong, but so what I get a list every day. You get a chronicle of what people are watching, and it'll say most viewed videos in the last 48 hours. Well, that video from a year and a half ago has got like 32,000 views in the last 48 hours. And I'm like, holy crap. It's amazing. So, and that's the power of YouTube, folks. If they want to get behind you and push you out there, they're going to do it. And, or if they want to suppress you, they can do that as well. So that is definitely things that do happen, but, I do appreciate them pushing that video out. It's been very, very wild to see that. I want to talk about a couple other things really quickly, and then we're going to do We Are Legion and everything else. But I did want to talk about this. You know, I've been getting some comments from people, and they're saying that when a really true SHTF situation happens, there'll be bands of marauders coming, and if you're all prepped up and you got all kinds of stuff, they said you're not going to be able to fight off all those people, and you're going to be taken out, and they're going to take your stuff. That is why, have I not? I mean, anybody that's watched this channel for any length of time knows I'm a very, very huge advocate for groups, for people working together, for people coming together. Even if you have a bug out location, say somebody owns land, and you want to be part of a group, like I know that, oh God, Viking Preparedness does that. I know he does that. And so he has his property, and he has people, as part of his bug out group, planning to come there if something happens. I think that is a very, very smart thing to do. Some place that that you can go where you can be safe with other like-minded people that are willing to work together, because in a true SHTF event, that guy that made that comment is 100% right. If you are by yourself in 20 very highly pissed off individuals that want your stuff for coming, you're not going to be able to fight them all off. That's just not a realistic expectation. It's just not. So you need strength in numbers. And I think that is really, really important. Really important. So, but again, those are things that you need to think about. And so I definitely, I was taught you can say anything as long as you do so respectively. And that's exactly it. Just respect each other. I don't mind dissenting opinions. I really don't. I don't care if somebody doesn't agree with what I say. I don't expect everybody to agree with what I say, and that's okay. I've actually had people in comments go, you know what? I like you, Prepper Nurse One, but I disagree with what you said about this, and here's my opinion. I never delete those comments, because you're not attacking me. You're being honest, which is fine. I have no issue with that whatsoever. It's when somebody comes in and says, you are a tool, or you're this, or you're that. Those comments are gone. I'm not leaving those up there, so it's just, I think it's funny. So, but anyway, I really think that we should be trying to work together. And if you can get together with like-minded people and plan on working together for a long-term survival situation in a worst-case scenario, I don't think that that's a bad thing to do. I really, truly don't. So, you know, I just something to think about. You guys can do whatever you want to do, but you know, I think that it's a smart thing. So anyway, let's do this. I'm going to ask again for a thumbs up. Let's get this up over 600 anyway. What do we got? Like 5 minutes to go. Let's go 630 is a number. See, I said I wasn't going to do it, and I just did it. Let's say 630 thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, let's do that. Let's get it up over 630, and I do appreciate that ahead of time. And let's do We Are Legion. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. We are a huge family. We're a huge network of people. And we are the ones that are awake. We are the ones that can make a difference. Where is everybody at tonight? So we have Janet's up in BC, Canada, Franklin County, Ohio, Maryland, Homestead, Florida, Connecticut, Raleigh, North Carolina, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Navajo Nation in Arizona. Cold in Arizona. So we have South Dakota, Cincinnati, Greenville, Tennessee, Somerset, Pennsylvania, Central Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, West Virginia, West Coast of Florida, Mississippi, the Adirondacks, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Inverness, Florida. Clyde, how you doing tonight, buddy? Cleveland, Ohio. The UK is in the house. Lake East, Ohio, Ridgeway, South Carolina, New Mexico, Eastern Oregon, Beech Grove, Indiana, Central Pennsylvania, Southern West Virginia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Alabama with Sherry, Roll Tide, uh, Littleton, New Hampshire's in the house, Ontario, Canada, Wisconsin, Hale, Michigan, part of Arizona, Beech Grove, Indiana, once again, Middle Georgia, Western New York, E-Town, Kentucky, British Columbia once again, Southwest Oklahoma, Campbell, Missouri, the Ozarks, Waterloo, New York, Thumb of Michigan, Hillsboro, Oregon, Fort Worth, Texas, Hill Country in Texas, Western North Carolina, Missouri and the Ozarks, uh, Parma, Ohio, Ulster Park, New York, Nova Scotia in Canada, very nice, Bay County, Michigan, Cape Cod, St. Augustine, Florida, Calgary, Alberta, very nice, Michigan City, Indiana. We have England is in the house, Tampa, West North Carolina, West Central Georgia, and then we have I'm on the coast of North Carolina, very nice, south of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, very nice. So again, guys, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge family. We're a huge network of people. We're the ones that really, truly, we can make a difference now by trying to educate people. We're in a post event that can make a difference because we get to choose who we help. That's the beauty of that. You're not going to be able to help everybody. That's a fact. But you can make a difference and help some people. You can even just teaching people how to survive and how to be able to help themselves. And I think that that's important to do so. So, um, something to think about for sure. Guys, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job in here keeping the chat clean. They are amazing and very much appreciated. They're awesome. So I want to thank them for doing what they do, coming in here stream after stream, helping to keep the chat family friendly and clean. Very, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I want to thank all of you for being here and supporting the channel and being part of it. Like I said, I know we got a huge influx of new people coming in, which I think is awesome. It's I hope you're enjoying it if you're new, and I shoot from the hip. I say it like it is. I do not sugarcoat things. If you're going to watch this channel for any length of time, you're going to figure that out. But I'm honest to a fault. I'm never going to BS you guys. That's not who I am. It's never going to be who I am. So, we just we gotta watch out for each other, and I'm trying to help you guys, and that's a big part of what I try to do. So, um, anyway, what do we at? We got 623, so we got 7 more to go to hit 630. So let's blow past that. Let's see how close to 650 we can get, and that's the last because we're almost at the end of this. So let's see how close to 650 we can get, guys. So keep those thumbs up coming. No trolls tonight, JJ said. Wow, that's cool. Maybe they figured it out that they can't get nowhere over here. That would be nice, huh? And I say that they'll be all in here on Friday and Sunday then. So I do live stream 3 days a week, guys. I do Fridays, Mondays, or not Monday. Mondays is for the hardcore preppers, but I do Fridays, Wednesdays, and Sundays for everyone. Mondays I do a private live stream for just hardcore preppers as part of the membership, and so there we go. So anyway, your boot was clean tonight. That's funny. That is funny. It's good that we didn't have to kick anybody out. I like that. That's awesome. So anyway, guys, remember, we truly are all in this together. We really are. If people can look at that and figure that out, we're going to be in so much better shape. We have to stop letting them divide us. Race, they use that as a tool. They've been using that as a tool even more so lately than ever before. Religion, they use that as a tool all the time as well. They also use politics, left, right, center, middle, whatever. You got to pick a side. You got to be part of this one or that one. It's ridiculous. Okay. And also the vaxxed and the unvaxxed is the latest tool that is used to try to divide us. But of course now it's an election year, so they're easing things down. As soon as we get past the election year, they'll ramp it back up again. More control, more control, more control. So it depends on what you guys want to tolerate and put up with. But we have to stop letting them do that to us. We really do. So we're at 640. So 10 more thumbs up, guys. Let's hit that 650 mark before we jump off of here. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important to tell marauders won't be an issue in southern West Virginia. I don't think so either, Alan. I don't think so either. And that's one of the reasons why I'm moving down there. So tell them every day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. So last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Hey, Clyde, welcome to being a beginner prepper. Thank you for joining the membership. I appreciate that. Thank you for that support. Clyde is from Inverness, Florida. He was at Pinball Preparedness Get Together, and him and his wife have a very cool panel van that they have converted, and they travel in that. Very, very awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me when I was down there, Clyde. Very much appreciated it. You and your wife are awesome. So anyway, step, thing, and day, guys. One step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goal is you, nobody else. If you stay positive and you stay away from the negativity, you're going to be just fine. That's the key. Set a goal, set about to making it happen, and realizing the only person that can stop you is you. That's it, nobody else. All right. Stay positive. Stay away from that negativity. There are so many people that want to try to keep you down and tell you what you cannot do. Don't listen to those folks because they're just miserable and they want you to be miserable as well. So anyway, so we're at 653 now. So that's awesome. Guys, listen, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support. It really does mean a lot. I am chomping at the bit to get down to West Virginia. So you will all of a sudden see a video come up and I'll be like, I'm back. So you'll see that happening. So I'm watching the weather, trying to look at my windows of when I can get down there. So we'll see. Hopefully soon. So anyway, guys, listen, have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. Again, I'll be live streaming on Friday. So definitely check us out then. All right. I'll talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.